I'm Judith Jones, food and travel editor of the Gourmet Travelista, and today we're going to be making Mom's meatloaf. So what you're going to need is a 1/4 cup of carrots, which we've finely chopped. We've got a 1/4 cup of red pepper, which we've also finely chopped. We have a pound of ground beef. We have 5 green onions, which we've sliced into small pieces. We have 1/2 cup of saltine crackers, which we've finely crushed. We have 2 egg whites, which we've lightly beaten. 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of white wine vinegar, 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano, 2 tablespoons of low-fat milk. We have about 1/4 teaspoons of dried black pepper. We have 2 tablespoons of bottled chili sauce. I'm using Tabasco this time. And we also have a 1/4 cup of bottled chili sauce, also Tabasco. So first of all, we have lightly coated our small skillet with some cooking spray, and we're going to take it up to a medium heat like so. Now what we're going to do is going to get all our lovely veggies in there. So the green onions go in there. Get them nice and hot. The chopped carrots and the red peppers. So we're just going to fry them up for about 5 to 8 minutes until they get nice and tender. So it's been about 7 minutes and we've let our vegetables get nice and tender, and we've left them to cool ever so slightly there. Now for the main part. So let us get our egg whites, put them in there, our milk, all the liquids go in, the chili sauce, and our saltine crackers go in there too. We'll put our dried oregano. You can also use dried basil, and you can use fresh if you have it too, even better. And of course our black pepper goes in there too. Now we'll put in our vegetables, toss them all in there. And last but not least, we'll get our ground beef. Really inexpensive beef, and just great and quick to cook with, and just makes this beautiful meatloaf get all together nicely. So we're gonna stir that in. You can use your hands if necessary, because sometimes a spoon just doesn't do it. There we go. Get all of that in. All of those ingredients nicely together. Now, as an English woman cooking in America, I have completely embraced this gorgeous American dish, as it's the best, the ultimate comfort food you can think of. And it just tastes so good. Now, we have preheated our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit to get that oven nice and hot for our meatloaf. So what we'll need next is our loaf pan. We've got one, it's about 7.5 inches to 3.5 inches wide and about 1.5 inches deep. So we're basically going to put in our lovely mixture. Let's see, get handful by handful. All right, so as all of that is in there, we're gonna press it down lightly. You can use your hands, you can use a spoon, that's fine. And we just want to let that mixture mold in, so we get a nice loaf for our final product. All right, let's get our baking dish. So we have our baking dish right here. Let's make sure to get like a nice shallow baking dish, because we're going to empty our contents of our loaf pan into there. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to invert the pan, give it a nice good knock, and that should do it. And there you go, we have our very easy and simple meatloaf, and we're gonna put that in the oven now for 30 minutes. So it's been about 30 minutes, we've removed our meatloaf from the oven, our delicious looking meatloaf, and now we're gonna do a nice little glaze to put on top of there. So let's put in our chili sauce, our brown sugar, watch for it flying everywhere, and our vinegar. And we're just gonna whisk that all together. A little bit more, get all that sugar in with the chili sauce. It's gonna give it a nice bite to our meatloaf. Great, and we're just gonna spoon that over. Beautiful. So once that's done, now we're gonna put our meatloaf back into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. We've taken our meatloaf out of the oven. Now you can check if it's done by inserting an instant read thermometer, and it should read about 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And ours has, so it's done. It's ready to serve on a platter. Slice it up in pieces, serve it with some veggies, and that's it. That is your mom's meatloaf. Thanks for watching today, everyone, and make sure to subscribe to our website to watch plenty of other fantastic videos. And if you have any email requests, you can email requests@mahalo.com, and we'll be sure to answer any questions and queries you might have.